state official is weighing in on the town of Pilot Mountain's ongoing financial difficulties after town manager Michael Bowes was placed on unpaid leave, accused of misusing town money. WXI 12's Kelly Kendall caught up with State Treasurer Dale Folwell after he called statements made by Pilot Mountain's mayor inaccurate.
Pilot Mountain's Mayor Evan Cockrum said in a Board of Commissioners meeting that state institutions, such as the Local Government Commission, quote, failed to alert the town of financial discrepancies and, quote, offered only limited guidance. Folwell is saying that's not true. State Treasurer Dale Folwell released a statement Wednesday night saying on several occasions since 2016, state officials have met and communicated with Pilot Mountain leaders about the town's financial troubles. He added it's not the Local Government Commission's job to investigate or solve a town's money problems, but to warn them and give advice.
The elected leaders of Pilot Mountain made the choice to go in the direction that they've gone in, which has put them in the financial peril that they're in right now. If they're not going to take that advice and make the tough decisions necessary to put Pilot Mountain back on a good financial footing, so to speak, then that advice is pretty much wasted.
He says this situation is worrisome for things like public works, roads, and safety.
For low and fixed income people to have their taxes not go toward the benefit and not to be a part of a town that is financially solvent, that's a big deal.
Mayor Evan Cockrum declined our interview request, but said in a written statement, quote, I regret that my comments were heard as an attack on the LGC and the Treasurer's office. My first duty to the people of Pilot Mountain is transparency, and I only wanted to let them know that we had pursued these avenues for assistance, end quote. Cockrum also reiterated that it was Bowes who did not follow the town's budget, which is why he was placed on leave. The mayor has brought in former state auditor Beth Wood to review the town's finances. He says Wood will present her findings at a Board of Commissioners meeting on December 2nd. In Pilot Mountain, I'm Kelly Kendall, WXII 12 News.